Recording is on.
So can we start our class? Okay, let's open our code blocks. In last class, we discussed about how to download and install the code blocks, and we write our first program. Then we talk about variables. Then we talk about constants in last class. Then we talk about the first statements, right? So today we have to discuss about data types first. Let's open new file, C and C++. Okay, let's give the name, data type, AI. Okay, all right. So do you know what is data type? Hello?
Yes, we know.
So what is data type? It's a type of input, right? Type of data. Data means information. For example, your name, your age, your pulse, your location, all is data. Right? Let me make this bigger so I can see. Now it's clear. Can you read?
Yes.
All right. Then last class we talked about comments, right? So data type is type of information. Example, name, age, course, and goes on, right? So for example, let's see, we have a char data type, right? Then today we discuss also integer data type.
Integer. String.
String we use char. This is C. We don't have a data type for string. We use an array of char as a string. All right. Let's put string also. We discuss. First, let's go to char. First, if you want to declare a variable, you write the data type, right? So this char is a data type. So we give variable name now. For example, what? Let's put grade variable. And when you assign a value, when you initialize this variable, you have to use this single quote. Okay, if you see this single quote, it means it's a char. Its data type is a char, and it can hold only single character. For example, A. It cannot hold double A. All right? Clear? Hello? Okay. Let's print out this grade. We have a printf function. Then we have this symbol. You see this symbol? If it's a char, you see C. If it's an integer, you put here D. If it's a string, you put here S. All right? So now let's print grade. First, we debug it. There's no error, I think. Okay, 0 error, then we can run. You see there is a output is A. For those whoever using phone, you can zoom in your screen. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Can you see the output? There's A.
Kichkina chiqyapti domla. Uncha ko'rinmayapti.
You using PC or you using phone?
PC?
If it is PC, then you have to zoom. But later you can just practice by yourself, okay? If you have a problem now. There is in first line, there is A output. This command prompt cannot zoom in, you see? This way. No, there is no zoom in. All right. So this is the first data type we see. And second, we can say integer. Let's put integer is number, right? Let's put age. This is a declaration, this part. And after the assign sign is the initialization, which is giving value to the variable. Is that clear? For example, 30. Okay. Let's change this. My grade is grade. And let's put this sign. This opposite slash and n will give you new line, right? It will print a new line. Let's put this age and change this D. Then do this age. Let's run it. Okay. In first line, we see my grade is A, and in the second line, there is my age is 30. Okay. So this is a data type. So our data is A. So if you want to print out A, you put the variable data type is char. If it's a single character, right? It's not number, it's just a single character. You use a data type char. If you want to use a number and it doesn't have any pointer, then you use integer. So this age is a variable name. This integer is a data type of this variable, right? And this 30 is a value of this age. On the left side of this equal sign is a declaration of variable, and on the right side is the initialization. Initialize means giving value. Is that clear? Hello?
Yes, teacher.
Ha, domla tushunarli.
Okay. Okay. So today is one of the important things we have to learn is we have to learn how to read user's input. We have to, your program should ask user to enter their name or age, right? So let's move on to that. Let's say grade. We don't give any value because our user will enter the value, okay? Enter your grade. Or we can change this. Okay. Let's use grade. Keyword here is a scan. Scan F we have. Okay? And you put this character sign. And you put here this char variable. So what it will do is, when the user enter any character, their grade character, it will take that character value and it will put that value into grade variable. Okay? In here, our grade value is null, right? After this line, the value will change, right? Then next is you can print out that. Let's put your grade. Is grade. Let's check. Okay, it's asking me enter your grade. Let's say D. Oh. Okay, let's see what happens. Is that true? Is grade. Let's change this to, let's put 5. Change to C. All right. Can you see the output? Why everyone is muted? Can you see the output? Don't mute yourself, right? We're in the class. We can discuss if you have questions.
No question, teacher.
Right. Don't mute yourself. If you don't understand any part, you can just ask. Can you see the output? Let's run one more time. Can you see it? It's asking enter your grade. You enter, and it's printing your grade. Can you see that? Somebody, can you see it?
Yes, teacher.
Right.
Connect internet yaxshi emas.
Oh, okay. All right. Then let's put this into comment mode. Let's ask to enter number. Okay. Enter your age. Okay. Important part here is a scan. Okay. Can you see this scan?
Yes.
Scan F. That's one most important part. If you understand this, that's enough for today.
Okay.
Okay. So we say it's integer, right? Put integer symbol. Then we put this and sign and age. Then we have to print out. Print your age is age. Let's see if there's an error. No error. Your age, for example, 29. The output is giving us your age is 29. So I'm entering my age and it's printing out my age, right? The important thing is it's reading my input. I'm entering the input. All right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's combine now. Let's change this to name, right? Let's put this 20 means this name variable can hold 20 characters. Okay.
Okay.
Now it's string because it's holding more than one character. Okay. Let's close this out here. You ask first, enter your name. Put here name. You see this S? It means it's a string. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now I have to change this to name. And this one also name. Is that right? Not here. I hope so. Let's see. Enter your name. My name is Alshir. Enter your age. 29. Okay. You see now?
Yes,
The
teacher.
output is your name is Alshir and your age is 29, but it's in the same line. So we have to put it in new line. So we put this slash and n. Let's check in. Age is 29. Now its output is correct, right? Enter your name. I enter my name. Enter your age. I enter my age, and it's printing out my age and my name. Okay. You use this a lot if you become programmer, right? Any questions so far? Can you see this? It's not small.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Any questions? Do you
No.
understand what is data type?
Yes.
What is data type? O'zbekcha ham bo'laveradi.
Bo'laveradi, domla. Aslan o'zbekcha gapirsangiz ham.
Bo'laveradi.
Siz domla bu buyruq kirgizyapsiz. Yoshingiz polni o'tishdi va hamma yo'g'ingizda buyruq kirgizsangiz chiqarib beradi-da.
Yo'q, u programmani aytasizda hozir. Data type nima o'zi?
Data type.
Data type char init deb kirityapti-yu, Sambo aka, o'shalar data type bo'ladi.
These are data types. So it's a type of this variable. Type of information, type of
Ma'lumot
data.
tahlil qiladi.
Ma'lumotni type'ida nima deydi o'zbekchasiga? Turi. Ma'lumot turi. Nomer bo'lsa, nomerda o'zini data type'i bor. Integer, float, decimal. To'g'rimi? Integer degani bu butun sonlar. Float bilan decimallar pointeri borlar. 707, 10.5 shunaqa nomer bo'lsa, float yoki decimal ishlatiladi. Butun son bo'lsa, integer ishlatiladi. 1, 2, 1000, 10.000, 100.000. Mana bu charda bu character.
Bitta
harflar. Char bo'lsa bitta harf ishlatiladi. String bo'lsa, u string is a collection of char. Bittadan ko'p bo'lsa character. Buni string deymiz. Tushunarlimi?
Tushunarli.
Savol yo'qmi boshqalarda?
Hozircha yo'q domla.
Xo'p, scanni tushundinglarmi?
Ha,
Vazifa bersa qila olasizlarmi?
Qilamiz do'g'lis.
Bo'ldi. Muhimi shu. Scanni nimaligini bilib olgan bo'lsanglar bo'ldi. Hop. Bitta nimamiz lecturamiz tugadi hozir agar tushunganmiz.
Domla savollar borda biz o'zimiz qiziqqan.
Darsga oidmi?
Darsga oid ham, darsdan tashqari ham.
Darsdan tashqarisini alohida berganingiz yaxshi. Hozir zapis bo'lyapti. Buni keyin tomosha qilganlar hali chalkashib ketadi.
Aha, bo'ldi.
Kirmaganlar uchun zabt qilyapti.
Bu C#da asosiy nimalari, misol ineta char deyapmiz, qo'llaniladigan ko'p qaysi domla bunda?
Hammasi qo'llaniladi. Integer endi bizni sohada integer ko'p qo'llaniladi. Masalan, davomati sizlar jurnal qilyapsizlar ekan.
Aha.
Bitta o'quvchini necha marta darsga kelganini hisoblash uchun integer ishlatiladi. Count qiladi, to'g'rimi?
Ha.
O'sha yerda integer ishlatiladi. Bitta misolda endi.
Tushunarli.
Keyingisiga o'taramizmi?
To'g'rimiz domla.
Okay. Let's open new file. Conversion. Next topic is conversion. Okay. Let's include the library. Let's write the main method. Okay. Okay. Do you know what's the meaning of convert? This word. We just put S here. Convert S. You know what it means? Meaning of conversion? It means change. In programming, change of data type. Okay? Conversion means change of data type. When you need it. But we're going to see that. Let's say you have a char. Let's say char is a number. It's holding 10 characters. Let's say 122. Okay? But you want to use this char as a number. Means you want to calculate. You want to add, you want to subtract, multiply or divide this 122. Okay? If it's a char, you cannot do that. Because data type is a char, you cannot do any arithmetic expression. Okay? You can check now if you want. Let's say sum number minus 4, for example. It should give us error or it should give us 0. If you print out this sum, it shouldn't have any let's print out. You see that it's giving us some unknown numbers, so it's not calculating. If you subtract 4 from 122, it should give us 118, right? So let's see how we're going to do that in a correct way. We're going to need a keyword called ATOI. Let's say number integer. We're converting this char number, okay? It's a string now, or you can call char. So why are we going to use the keyword? We put the number here. So now this number integer has a value of this number, S integer, okay? This 22 is becoming number in line 7. Not string anymore. Then we can change this number and let's print out. You see that output? It's giving us 118. So what happens here is this keyword is changing the type of this number. Its data type was char here. Now this number's data type becoming an integer, and we put that numbers value into number integer variable. All right. You can use this way if you want. Let's see, the output still should be 118. See that? If you don't put this new variable, it can still work with this keyword atoy. We're doing some arithmetic, right? You can add 10, it should become 132. Oh, subtract, we add. You see that now it's 132. So important thing here is number was string here, character. You cannot do any arithmetic expressions or operations. You cannot add, you cannot subtract or multiply, divide. But if you convert it, conversion, right? Let's put it back here. Convert char to integer. This line is converting char to integer. Okay, if you convert it, now this 122 is a number. Assign it to number integer. So you can do some operation, arithmetic operation there. All right, any questions?
Yes, teacher. No question.
No question.
Yes.
Tushunarlimi?
Ha, domla tushunarli. Bizda bitta bog'lanish yaxshi emas, yo'q, robot ishlamayapti. Adashmasam, chiqyapti, qaytib kiryapman.
Ha. Bo'lmasa darsdan keyin o videoda qayta ko'rib olasizlar.
Bo'laveradi.
Google'ga gruppalar tashlab qo'yaman.
Ha.
Xullas bu yerda o'zbekchani tushuntirib qo'yaylik. Data type char bo'lgan variable'ni integerga o'zgartiryapmiz.
Ha, bo'ldi, tushundim.
Char bo'lsa, undan masalan hisob-kitobda foydalana olmaysiz. Ayirish mumkin emas, qo'shish mumkin emas, bo'lish, ko'paytirish iloji yo'q uni. Sababi u charda. To'g'rimi? U nomer emas. Uni nomer qilish uchun biz mana bu yerda atoy degan keyword ishlatyapmiz. Funksiya o'zi bu aslida. Shuni ishlatsak, u bizga o'sha charni ichidagi nomerni olib integerga assign qilib beryapti. Nomer bo'lib qolyapti xullas.
Ha, bo'ldi.
Data type o'zgaryapti.
Ha, bo'ldi, tushundim. Ha, tushundim.
Bu yerga masalan harf yozib qo'yishsan. Masalan 122 hello desangiz, 122 ni o'zini oladi. Mana atoy. Ishlayapti baribir, to'g'rimi?
To'g'ri.
132 ko'rsatyapti. 10 qo'shib qo'yapmiz-da biz.
Aha.
Agar bu atoyni olib tashlasak, bizga 132 bermaydi bu. Nomer ko'ryaptimi? O 6 talikmi, 7 talik nomer chiqyapti. Bu stringni nomerini ko'rsatyapti.
Ko'ryapman.
Hisob-kitob qilinmayapti bundan.
Bo'ldi, tushundim.
Tushunarli?
Aha.
Qo'yib tushunarlimi?
Bo'ldi, tushundim.
Nomer aralashgan bo'lsa, nomerini o'zini ajratib beradi sizlarga. O'sha eng muhim tushunib olish uchun. Hop. Chardan integerga hozir convert qildik. Endi integerdan charga o'zgartirishni ko'rishimiz kerak. Bularni shuni o'chiramiz endi. Endi let's put integer. We will convert integer value to char value, okay? Let's put phone number. Let's say we have like 99, 99, 99. This is a phone number, but we put this phone number into integer data type. But we want to use this phone number as a char or string. Let's put string s phone. Let's say it can hold up to 10 characters. Let's define that. Okay. Keyword here is ITOA. Itao. First, we put this phone number. Then we put this S. Then we put this number. Let's put 10. Now, this phone number value going to this S phone, which is char. This is string now because it's a collection of char, right? Let's print out. Print. Since we convert this integer to string, we have to put here string element. Then we have to put this as phone. Then we can print out. Let's say, you see that? 99.99. Okay, let's say some. It shouldn't give us any operational arithmetic operations because it's a character now, right? Let's check just to make sure. To give us some funny numbers. Yes, it's giving us some funny numbers. So now this S has a value of this 99s. All right. So if you want to convert number, integer number, to string or to character, you use this keyword ITOA. All right. Let's put this. Let's put this as phone. Why you need that? Because in some cases, even your value is a number, but you don't need to calculate it. For example, this example, phone number. You don't do any calculations using phone number, right? It's just a number, it will never change. It's a constant number, right? You don't have to do any operations, any arithmetic operations. So you can convert it to string. If you convert a string, it will not change the value. You cannot do any arithmetic operations if it's a string. Okay, that's why you need this. Okay. Any questions?
Okay, teacher.
So the keywords here is, let me write here. Keyword here was atoy, means char to integer, right? And next is when it's a integer to char. So if this is conversion keywords. Okay, you just remember these two things. This is char to integer conversion. This is integer to char conversion. Okay. All right. Is that clear? Our second lecture also finished, if you understand this. Conversion. If it's clear, we move on. So next topic. Everyone is muted. You can unmute yourself if you want to talk. Any questions so far? Roland? If there's no question, we can just move on. Okay? Okay, let's move on to the next topic, is expressions. Today, let's see arithmetic expressions. Expressions AI. Okay. Do you know what is expressions? Expressions. Let's put here arithmetic expressions. Arithmetic. Arithmetic expressions. We have addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication, right? Multiplications, right? Okay, let's see these four arithmetic expressions now. For example, we're going to use integer because it's a number and it's arithmetic expressions, so obviously we use number. Integer, let's say this is number 1. Let's put 7. Let's say this is integer number 2. Let's say 8. So we want to sum up this number 1 and number 2. Then we're going to use integer variable named sum equal to number 1 addition number 2, right? So now the sum is holding value of 15, right? It's adding number 1 to number 2, right? So if you print out, it's simple, but still you need to learn it. Let's put sum is sum. Okay, you see that sum is 15, so it's calculating. Okay. Let's make this one a little interesting. Let's delete this number 1, number 2 value. Then we will ask our user to enter number 1 and number 2 value, then we calculate, okay? Enter number 1 value, okay? Then we're going to scan. Number 1, and let's copy this. Let's put this number 2. Let's put this number 2. Okay. Let's see if my problem works. Let's say 5, 5. See that? Sum is 10. So our program is working. We ask our user to enter the value. Let's see one more time. Let's put 9. Second value is 2. So sum is 11. So it's like a calculator, small function, very little function calculator now. Can only add, right? So this is the expressions. Arithmetic expression is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Or you can just change this to subtraction. Let's put this 10. Second value is 5. So our result should be 5. This shouldn't be sum. This should be subtraction. Is okay. Let's put 8 minus 5 is 3. So our program is working as it should work. Okay. So I recommend you to just play around, change this symbol to division, multiplication, addition, or you can make more numbers to enter the user. Now we ask only 2 numbers, right? So you can make sure that more numbers user can enter, maybe 3 numbers, maybe 4 numbers, and it will calculate as you put, as you order the program to do it. Okay? Is that clear? Why everyone is muted again? You guys are very good students, huh? You don't want to disturb at all. Any questions? You can ask if you have a question. Who is this? Sebanasol, do you have any question? Shodelbek. What about Shodelbek? If you have a question, you can ask. If your mic don't work, you just type. You can message me. Any questions? Okay. If you don't have any question, I will put homework on Moodle. Then you have to submit. But it should be handwritten. Okay, your answer must be handwritten. Let me give you an example. Okay, you see, your answer must be written in the paper, and you take a picture of it. Then you submit to Moodle. Okay, I will put some exercise on Moodle, homework. I will ask you to write some program, of course. So you have to write that program on paper. Then you take a picture, then upload that picture to homework. Okay? Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay. So later I will put homework, alright? So you check the Moodle. Then for those who couldn't attend this class, I will upload this video to Moodle and also to your Telegram group. Okay? And if you have any questions, you can contact me. You have my Telegram. So I think it's enough for today. Just go and do exercise in order to understand more clearly. Next week we're going to see lecture 6 to 8, I think. Today we discussed lecture 4, 5, and 6. So we discussed 3 lectures today. Next class also will be 3 lectures. Okay? Is everything good? Good luck for your study and see you next week.